absolute chaos unfolding at Ibrox. Jamie Vardy linked with a stunning move. Ianis Haji shown the door in shocking fashion. Lyall Cameron arrives under fire and full of pressure, and Chris Boyd insists the Rangers' job terrifies managers, but Steven Gerrard is not one of them. 4 explosive stories, high, and the last one will leave you fuming. Don't blink. This one stings, and you can feel it deep down. Ianis Haji is officially leaving Ibrox, and it's nothing short of a shame. 5 years, ups and downs, moments of magic, and cruelly far too many battles with injury. But even with the setbacks, you never once saw Haji hiding. He fought tooth and nail to get back in Philippe Clement's plans, and when he did, he showed exactly why he should have never been sidelined in the first place. His creativity, his eye for a pass, his composure, it was all there when we needed it most. And yet here we are, no new contract. No farewell on the pitch, just a quiet announcement that he'll be walking out of Ibrox when his deal expires. It's not just the end of a player's time at Rangers, it's the end of what could have been a proper redemption story. Look at the stats: 31 appearances, 4 goals, 7 assists. Not earth-shattering, but you saw the influence, especially when others like Nedim Bajrami couldn't get a grip in midfield. Haji offered something different: intelligence, flair, that little spark you need to unlock a packed defense. But instead of building around him, he's been cast off along with others like Cerny and Balogun. And in Cerny's case, we're talking about a lad with 27 goal contributions. 27, that's not squad filler numbers, that's first name on the team sheet stuff. Now we're looking at yet another rebuild, yet another summer of scrambling for quality while Celtic sit smug, polishing their trophies and planning their next parade. Patrick Stewart and this incoming 49ers Enterprises crowd. The honeymoon is over before it's begun. You don't lose your key contributors without a plan. You don't rip up the script without a better one in your back pocket. And you definitely don't let a lad like Haji walk away without asking yourself, who's coming in that's better? Was letting Ianis Haji go a football decision, or just another example of Rangers forgetting what loyalty and class looks like? Lyall Cameron is now a Rangers player, and not only has he made the step up, he's done it with all the weight of criticism, suspicion, and flack from Dundee on his back. And how did the wee man respond? By dragging them over the line with a double to help secure their premiership status. That's Rangers mentality right there. Let's get something straight. When you sign for Rangers from a smaller Scottish club, you know exactly what's coming. The cold shoulders, the whispers, the accusations of betrayal, especially if you're a homegrown talent. Folk act like you've committed some sort of footballing treason, but here's the truth. When Rangers come calling, you answer, and if you've got ambition in your veins and the courage to handle Ibrox, you don't hesitate. Cameron's already shown he can carry that weight. He admits the pressure hit him hard, and yet he kept going, even played through injuries when he probably shouldn't have. That tells you everything about his character. He didn't coast through the season waiting for his move. He gave everything until the very last whistle. And look at the numbers: 14 goals and 9 assists from midfield. That's no fluke. That's production we've sorely missed in the middle of the park, especially in those tight games where one moment of sharpness changes everything. If Clement or whoever's in charge come August can get Cameron settled into our system quickly, you might just be looking at one of the bargains of the summer. And make no mistake, he'll get it tight when he returns to Dens Park next season. But that's the price of progress. Ask Kenny Miller, ask Scott Arfield, ask anyone who's dared to swap comfort for the crucible that is Ibrox. It's not about making pals, it's about making history. Is Lyall Cameron the kind of homegrown grit Rangers should build around? Or just another who'll crumble under the weight of that jersey? Now, this is the kind of rumor that sends a jolt through your spine. Jamie Vardy, the man who terrorized Premier League defenses and sipped Red Bull before smashing goals past the best, could be heading for Ibrox, and if Ali McCoist says he'd take him in 2 minutes, you better believe that means something. The man knows a proper striker when he sees one. Let's paint the picture. 200 goals, 500 appearances, Premier League champion, a born troublemaker for defenders. And now, at 38, Vardy's ready for a new chapter. And what better way to close a career than in front of a packed Ibrox, with the banners flying and the pressure thick in the air. Vardy's not some washed-up name floating about for shirt sales. He's still got the legs, the burst, the instinct. He signs off at Leicester with a goal, a record, and a wink. That hunger, still there. You don't score for fun at that level without serious quality, and you certainly don't lose it overnight. And we all know Ibrox would suit him down to the ground. High expectations, fiery atmospheres, relentless drive for victory. That's not a culture shock for Vardy. That's a homecoming. Even Paul Gascoigne's weighing in, saying he'd score goals for fun up here. And let's not kid ourselves, if Gazza's backing it, it's got potential written all over it. Then there's Paul Dickov trying to throw cold water on it, suggesting he should stay in England. Why? To play a handful of games in a championship slog, or maybe sit on a bench while a Premier League manager tries to rebuild with youth? Come on, the Celtic link. Laughable. Brendan Rodgers might know him, but that doesn't mean anything. Glasgow's no place for sentiment. It's a battlefield, and Vardy's the kind of warrior who belongs on ours. Now, before you get too misty-eyed about the idea, let's ask what needs to be asked. Would bringing in Jamie Vardy be a masterstroke that could fire us back to glory, or a gamble on a name that's more sparkle than substance at this stage? Word on the street is that Steven Gerrard, the man who brought home the 55th and shattered Celtic's stranglehold, could be on his way back to Ibrox. And let's be honest, your pulse just jumped a wee bit, didn't it? Now, according to Chris Boyd, a man who knows the weight of the Ibrox badge better than most, the Rangers' job downright terrifies a lot of managers, and he's spot on. This isn't a cozy job in a sleepy mid-table English side. This is Glasgow, this is Rangers. You win or you're gone. No margin for dithering, no cuddly press conferences. You either thrive or the club swallows you whole. But here's the twist. Gerrard isn't scared. He's been in that hot seat before, delivered one of the most iconic titles in our history, and handled the relentless pressure with composure. Yes, things didn't exactly go to plan at Aston Villa and that Saudi stint. Let's not pretend it set the world alight. But back at Ibrox, he got it. He gets it. And you remember how he carried himself calm, composed, relentless. That's what you need at Rangers. Boyd rightly pointed out that Gerrard had Michael Beale as part of his backroom team before, and we all know how that reunion went. Disaster. So if Stevie's coming back, it needs to be with a fresh setup, a new brain trust that matches his drive and understands the size of the job. Now, let's not pretend it's all signed and sealed. Patrick Stewart and the incoming 49ers Enterprises crowd haven't made their final move yet. Rumours are swirling. Russell Martin's name's been thrown into the ring, but come on, if you had to put your mortgage on someone who knows how to carry this club forward, who are you picking? A Swansea manager with a decent spell in the Championship? Or the man who silenced Celtic and lit the blue side of Glasgow on fire? And let's not ignore the sentimental side. Gerrard loved Glasgow, from jogs in the West End to family walks in Dowen Hill Park, to enjoying Italian nights at La Lanterna and Mr. Singh's finest curry. The man wasn't just working here, he was living it. His heart never really left Ibrox, and you can feel that. Would bringing Gerrard back be a bold step forward or a romantic step back? If you haven't seen yesterday's video yet, you're missing out. Explosive news about Rangers that'll leave every fan stunned. Go check it out now.